We gotta see, honestly, because it might be that fishing is gonna be really hard now. Like, now that we're moving into the pro fishing, it might be that I have to start catching like 15 pounds of fish to get top 50, and if that's the case, then I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble if that's how it's gonna go, because I have not ever caught more than like 8 pounds. I've never caught a big bass before in my life. Where is my orb? Do I have an orb? I have this. I don't know if this is what you're looking for, though. Got him. Oh, sorry, I somehow muted myself at some point. Whoops. Yeah, this stream might be a bit of a train wreck. This stream might be a bit of a train wreck due to general exhaustion. But I just looked on GameFAQs to see if the guy who wrote the GameFAQs guide has any advice on where to fish on this lake. And his guide says, favorite fishing spots? I haven't found any really good spots. So, okay, thank you. I'm so glad that you wrote a guide for this game, only for your guide to say, I don't know, man. So I guess I'll just go to my spot that I used last time I had to fish on this lake, even though it's probably not good enough. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll go try to find another spot or something. Like, last time I went right. I went right to, like, some grass. Let's try going left to some grass. Like, do we have fish? Single fish in your area? I don't think so. Not a lot of fish here. I mean, there's kind of a lot. I feel like I Big bass aren't gonna hang out in shallow water though, right? That's like not big bass behavior. The triple B. This looks kind of promising. Deep, has dots. I think we'll send it here. Oh, why did I only cast it a couple feet? Why is she doing that? What? Oh, bite. Okay. I mean, sure. Did not expect to just instantly get a fish like that. Okay, well. No, fuck. It... Man. Never mind. I don't even know if I have lures. I feel like I've just been losing them left and right recently to where I probably don't even have much left. And yet, for some reason, I bought 4 of these lizards, so I just have a ton of these lizards that I have to get rid of before I even have room in the box for anything else. Yeah, it's weird that for some reason, just can't really cast very far over here. I think it's like hitting something. I think there's like a wall that I'm hitting, like an invisible wall or something that stops me from casting really far. This might be a good spot though. This might actually just be it. Depends on if the fish are decent, but I think that first fish was probably pretty big because the second I hooked him, he just like booked it really far away. Okay, well this fish sucks, but this is kind of promising. I have no idea what kind of size we need. I was gonna check that on GameFAQs as well, actually, see if there's any info about like about what kind of total size we should be looking for before heading in. 'Cause that's kind of like you have to send it at some point where it's just like for all the marbles, you just have to turn in with your fish and hope that it's good enough. This is really shallow water. Maybe there wouldn't be big bass here. Let's see. This is the professional first tournament. Hmm. Yeah, he actually doesn't really keep info on that. He has info on like what kind of fish sizes are required for first place. But just for placing in the top 50, which is progression, he actually doesn't really have info on that in the guide, which you'd think is the exact thing you would put in the guide. But instead he dedicates whole ass paragraphs to like basically a blog. Like what he writes about instead of like the numbers you actually want to know are just like his fishing adventure where he tells you like, see, here's what I did. First I went here, but my line snapped, so then I went over there. Like that's the kind of guide it is. It's not super useful. It's almost like an old school text let's play, except terrible. Yeah, it's basically just a notated let's play. Speaking of let's plays, I once again have been making progress on Yakuza 2, all sub-stories. I think that today I'm just gonna crack open the game in an emulator and just start reversing. I think it's time to just open up the PCSX2 debugger, which brings me no joy. But I'm I was talking to people in the modding Discord earlier, and they all agree that it's probably just hard-coded into the game somewhere. So, all of the Coliseum data that I'm looking for. So I think I have no choice but to properly try to, like, do some reversing, which, for the record, I am terrible at, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes. But I was still grinding. I've still been grinding a bit off stream, or just like, I mean, yeah, just like in my time, I've just been grinding still, trying to get fucking Dead Boy to spawn in. And at this point, I have literally hundreds of tournament wins. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Literal hundreds of tournament wins without this fuck showing up. So, like, there has to be some kind of thing to it. I am either the unluckiest gamer on Earth, or there's something to it. This is definitely a big fish, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's behaving like a complete weirdo. I think I pretty much have my Mirror Lake strat, though. This seems like it's a really good spot for just getting lots of bass quickly. Let's go. It's not a bass. It's a stupid Amur catfish. It's always an Amur catfish. Catfished again. Whenever I'm catching anything big, it's always the Amur catfish. It's never a bass. I don't know, maybe the ones that get away are all basses. And the Amur catfish is just the one that actually, like, swims into my hand eventually. That guy is complete shrimp. Hey, Pixel. Well, I kind of just started for the day. I seem to have a pretty effective spot, so that's good. Yeah, I saw that announcement this morning. They're doing another Animal Crossing content update. And that they're also doing, to be honest with you, I think this is secretly kind of a dark timeline. This thought occurred to me for the first time, today, just this morning, looking at the Animal Crossing, like, press release, that, like, you know how Nintendo never lowers prices for their games? I feel like this whole Switch 2 edition thing is just a ploy to continue to never lower the price for their games, even when they're not even on current gen consoles anymore, you know? Like they're straight up saying you can buy the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch 2 edition for $65, or the base game for 60 plus an upgrade for 5. So, like, I think that Animal Crossing probably never will be under 60. I think it will continue to be on store shelves for $60 for the next 10 years. And it used to be that they would never lower the prices, but at least eventually the console would die, and then you would be able to... That is what they already do, but I'm saying that at least what used to happen is the console would fucking die, and then you'd be able to get the games for a decent price. You know? But I think that's no longer going to be the case. I think that they will continue selling decade-plus old games at $60. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it. I'll keep thoughts like that to myself next time. But I think old games used to be cheaper, and now they're not. I do think it's different. Alright, we've got a dude at least. At least it's a dude. Where are we at right now on fish? Oh. They've all been too small except for that one because of the length limit. Oh, okay, I haven't caught a damn thing. All of these fish are invalid. All of these fish have been invalid the whole time. I mean, sure, there's... I don't know, I think I'm probably just not capable of explaining myself today very well. I think that's what the problem is. Got the crappie. I was just trying to say that I feel like games used to go out of print and then get cheaper for a little while. But that with Nintendo Switch 2 versions, they are keeping games in print for longer, and thus keeping them at full price for longer. That's all. But I don't know. It's a big one. Like, that's completely useless. Who even cares if it's a big one when it's a bluegill? World's least useful fish. Nintendo, Microsoft, or Disney? Gotta be Microsoft. Gotta be Microsoft. You know, they've obviously all got their problems, but Microsoft's got their hands in some absolute shit. Like it's not close. Come on, buddy. Get reeled in. Get reeled in. Please be big enough. Please be big enough. 14 inches. I don't think that's big enough. Is that in a live well now? It is. Okay. So there's minimum length requirements on the fish now that have gone up. That makes it so that even when I catch a bass that's decent sized, it can still technically be too small to count, which is dumb. It's that there are 3 different species of bass in the lake, and they have different requirements. I think some of them were 15 inches. Like, we can actually check this once I'm done reeling this guy in. This is gonna be junk. Yup. You can tell when they just go straight into your hand, or it's like, this man is trash. Yeah, it's perch. But if we check game information, yeah, like, for spotted bass, we only need a 12-incher, but for the other basses, we need 15, so that's why I think I've been discarding otherwise pretty good-looking bass, because they're just not 15. Also, hey, Americus. The fishing... The fishing is really not going good, to be honest. I'm trying my best, but this fishing game is not... Really, no fishing game I've ever played on stream has been good. Damn it. Okay, no, we're fine. I thought he escaped. He's doing that thing where he's directly under the boat, so shit's just getting weird. Or just ping-pongs between, like, max tension and no tension. And if you let up for, like, a fraction of a second, you lose the fish. This is probably an Amur catfish. I'm just gonna call it now. You can tell that he's big, and nothing good ever happens. So this is probably an Amur catfish trolling me. Someone already made the catfishing joke yesterday, so you can't make it now. It's too late. You know, Big the Cat Story fishing was fine. But I feel like all of the dedicated fishing games I've played on stream have been pretty rough. But at the end of the day, I've, like, at least figured them out and then been able to beat them. This game is much longer than those, and also much more mysterious. So it's hard. It's been sort of rough going. Oh, I had it. Yes! Oh my god, yeah, see, there you go. Channel catfish. 11 pounds, 9 ounces, though. If I just told the judges this was a bass... Like, if we just, like, dress him up like a bass. You know? It's just a funny-looking bass. I chose this. He's just French. I chose this fisherman. We had a number of options, and I sort of created the most interesting person I could. That doesn't even look like a bass back there. This is straight up not a bass, I don't think. Okay, maybe that... I don't know. Get out of the water, and then we'll know for sure. There we go. It's a bass! It's gonna be pretty big, too. Yeah, look at that. 18. 3 pounds, 5 ounces are in there. We're not in there, but that is a huge get. That is a huge get, actually. Yeah, cat ears were not an option. The best I could do was fully denim, right down to the denim shoes, plus, like, USA sunglasses, a ridiculous 2000s mom haircut, and the auto-generated name of Destiny. I think the song does matter. I think that when you're hearing this song. This is like the small fish song. Okay, hang on. North 16, it counts. It counts. That was good. Dude, this is totally the spot. I'm just gonna come here every time from now on. I think this game only has like 3 lakes in it. So once you've kind of got your spots for the lakes, I don't know if it changes between days. I know, I assume this game does take into account weather conditions when placing fish in locations in the lake. That's a thing that a lot of fishing games do. They try to do like a basic weather simulation. But I don't know, I'll probably just come to this spot every time, and maybe it'll just be the same every time. This is nobody. Yeah, look at this fish that's like so small. It's just not even a fish. You can tell a fish is decent if it doesn't get auto picked up out of the water. Like these small fish, when they get close to the boat, you just kind of automatically get them out of the water. But for larger fish, you have to like play a little mini game with it. No, I wasn't pressing anything. Come on, damn it. That was large. It was probably Amur catfish, but you know, my arch nemesis, the Amur catfish. Okay, edit tackle. If I can just catch one more, then I feel like we'll basically be in there. I feel like we'll basically be in there if I can just get one more fish, because we're already at 8, 9. You think my fisherman is from Akron, Ohio? I don't know about Akron. Pensacola, Florida? Maybe. Maybe Pensacola, Florida. Wow, like it plays the intense song for that. Okay, I think the song means nothing. I think the song definitely means nothing. If that doesn't prove it, then I don't know what will. You couldn't even make a fish smaller. Okay, hold up. Hold up, did you guys see that? We've got a new friend on the line. Get over here, buddy. Oh, that might be too small, actually. That looked a lot larger. Shit, only 14. It's not valid. I think it's not valid. Yeah, we did not have a new friend on the line. That looked a lot larger when it was actually in the water. This is not a bass. This is not a bass. Oh, but is it? It is, but it doesn't look very large. It's gonna count though. It's a 14 spotted. It's gonna count, even though that's like the smallest bass I've ever seen in my life. 912. Yeah, we're gonna send it. We're gonna send it with 912. If this isn't enough, I'm gonna be quite sad. It is 5. So like if you go to the live well, it is 5 fish. It is the sum of your top 5 fish. So if I were worried about it, I could stick around and catch more fish and try to like raise my score. But you know, I don't wanna. We're just gonna see if this is good enough. I've been here for like 25 minutes-ish, and that's probably enough. We only need top 50. Like, we're not gonna win, but we only need top 50. That 1 3-pounder is gonna carry me here. 17th, perfect. That is day 1 of the Pro Fishing Challenge complete. 9 more days to go. There I am. It's interesting that my name, like, I did not type in the name Destiny, but my name is uppercase, lowercase, like that. Like, it's proper, and then everyone else is just all uppercase. I don't know why they did it that way. Blue Ripple Lake. I actually haven't been here before. This is a new lake. It's really exciting. And yeah, it's the same minimums, unfortunately. Oh wait, I have been here. This is the one that kind of looked like Canada. We're gonna see what GameFAQs likes for catching fish. Like, what is their favorite spot here? I'm kind of interested. Because I've kind of found like a bad spot here as well. Let's see, this is Blue Ripple. He likes the last bend in the north of Sector 4, so he likes all the way up there. Now he does say, my favorite fishing spot is just around the last bend to the north in Sector 40. I've caught an Amur catfish in excess of 60 pounds there. Firstly, this game has 60-pound fish in it, what? Secondly, Amur catfish are not a valid catch. I don't know why you're bragging about that. That's not... A 60-pounder Amur catfish isn't gonna win me this. But maybe the 60-pound Amur catfish was so large because he was eating big bass. Yeah, maybe the 60-pound Amur catfish is like that like monster fish from yesterday who is half the size of the boat. Yeah, there's a favorite section, and there's a if I go, yeah, no, you're right about that. I just don't feel like scrolling down. I just don't feel like scrolling down there. The whole thing is just like not scientific anyway. Like, I'm taking this guy's advice with many grains of salt, because he's kind of just like, I went over here and did this, then I went over there and did that, and it's just like, there's no evidence that what you did had any bearing on the size of the fish you caught. Like, it's, I don't know, it's not the greatest GameFAQs guide. I'm just, if he says that he once caught a big fish somewhere, then I'll go there. That's how it is. I am seeing 0 fish over here at all. No dots, not a single one. This is where he says he caught the 60-pound fish, and there are no fish. Okay, there's kind of fish. No, that's not a fish. That's part of the floor. There's like one dot. Yeah, this spot sucks, actually. I'm bailing. I'm bailing on this. This spot sucks. Yeah, I think he said, like, just past the bend or something. That dot is a fish, but there's, like, that might be... It might be that if there's lots of fish in an area, then all of the fish are small. Hello? Wait, hold up, hold the phone. We have an interesting fish zone. Yeah, that's, the Wings of V guy is the Bashi guy, right? I think I heard that in the context of Bashi, where there are certain jumps that are just straight up one frame jumps because the guy first tried it and figured that meant it was fine. It's pretty funny. It makes sense, you know? I would probably also do that exact same thing. Oh, hello. I don't know what that is, but it's not small. It's a little bit flounder shaped. I don't think they have flounders in this lake. I don't think that the freshwater flounder is a thing. That's a catfish for sure. You just have to believe. It's a bass in catfish's clothing. No, what the fuck? Like, okay, how? Like, literally how, though, right? I think I just cast it onto land. It's gotta hop in the water. It's really hard to... This fish is junk. This is nobody. It's really hard to, catch... Oh, wait, no. Okay, hang on. We have another decent fish here. Like, when you lose line tension, you lose line tension really fast. It's just the meter is super fast in this game, and it makes it kind of feel like reeling in a big fish is mostly out of my control. I don't know, maybe there's, like, better gear you can get to mitigate that, but if there is, the game definitely doesn't point you towards it, so I have no idea what that would be. We do have a fisherman. We do have a pretty good fisherman corn. I don't think we have a fish that's a corn. Fuck. I literally wasn't reeling anymore. I wasn't even pressing it when it broke. Man, that's 2 in a row good ones that I lost. This seems like it's a spot, though, right? I cast this up into a tree. I bought the heaviest line. I believe I am using the 20 fluorocarbon, whatever that is. But I mean, I think I bought it. I bought it. Maybe I didn't even put it on. Like, hang on. Edit, line, fluorocarbon, 20 pounder, finish. Not a clue if that was on or not before, but now it's definitely on. I feel like that would be, like, a heavier line would be thicker and thus stronger. Like, that would make sense if it was the line. Okay, this is just like a meme bass. It's a bass, but, you know, bass in name only. Albino. Not even large enough. It was only 13. Dude, these are like the crappies. I hate them. Because of the sun reflecting off the lake, I can't actually see anything right now. Not that it matters that much, as if I'm looking at anything other than the meter, but... I bet with the brightness turned up, it just looks like ass right now. Got him. That's not a bass. It's a weird skinny creature. It's a lake trout. Yeah, eh. Oh no. I'm not getting this out, am I? I think I have to cut the line. I'm gonna lose my lizard, though. I don't want to sacrifice the lizard. Ah, okay. Rescued him. This is nothing. This is nothing, but it still wants... Oh, okay. No, hold up. Hold up. Please be striped. Nope. Only 14. Doesn't count. Personally, I feel like a 14-inch long fish is a pretty big fish. I don't know why they don't count that. I might have to relocate. We're at, we've currently caught literally nothing. So this spot might be bad, actually, or something. Well, I'm not gonna stream that because I don't know what I'm doing. So it would just be, it just wouldn't go well at all. I need to look at that at my own incredibly slow pace. I don't have it like set up or anything either. I have to beat this fishing game eventually. The fishing game does have to get played. I think I might have made things worse for myself. I think I might have made things worse for myself by moving back here. Favorite fish? I have to double check the name of this thing. Hang on a second. Least favorite Mario game, Galaxy 2. But hang on, I have to check this. Yeah, this guy. Definitely this guy. Mostly because of that Hawaiian name. I've always been a fan. But also they do look pretty cool. It's like that one town from Wales, but a fish. Yeah, I mean, if you're opening it up to all Mario, I just instantly threw out an answer, like a mainline answer. Um, you know, there's all those like like the Mario versus Donkey Kong games that like I have played one of before and is like not a fan. Like there's just like unappealing Mario out there. The worst one I've ever actually played and beaten probably is New Super Mario Bros. 2 on 3DS. I don't know why that game even exists, and I don't know why I played it. I think I was just like bored one weekend and I just played through it, but like it's bad. It's like peak bland era Mario, where they just had a mandate to not introduce anything new. So they just made crap. Saw those in the Camden Aquarium. Neat. I have been to the Camden Aquarium. Not in a long time. But I was there once. I don't really remember it. Other than that, I've been there. When I was like 11 or 12 or so, I went to a travel camp that was run by the town. That's why I had like a 2 or 3 year stretch where I went to Six Flags a whole ton. But in through that same thing, I know I went to the Camden Aquarium at some point. This is not a bass. I'm catching so many different types of fish that are all not bass. I think this area just sucks and I should leave. I'm kind of just gonna leave, I think. I'm going someplace else. It is a good carp. Good one, good one. I don't think I can afford a bigger boat. I did make a bunch of money, but I think it still wasn't enough for a larger boat. Oh, no, don't speak these things into existence. Wait, is this the bathrooms? What is this? It's like a little house out on a platform. Apparently this is... apparently there's absolutely no fish out this way. So, never mind, I guess. I think I'm just gonna reset the day. I haven't caught a single thing, and it's been 2 in-game hours. I might just actually quit. I didn't save, though, so that's kind of a problem. I kind of can't quit, actually. An ice fishing hut? I think we're, like... I don't think they do ice fishing around here. We're in, like, a... I don't know where we are, but I don't think they do ice fishing here. I'm pretty clueless as to where to look for fish at this point, so I'm just gonna go down along the coastline. Oh, okay. I'm seeing some dots. Ah, yes. Nope, catfish. I don't even care. I don't even care. Get off my line. Quit wasting my time. Quit wasting my time, catfish. Actually, that might have been a bass. I might have been wrong. think that was it looked like a bass. Right as it was leaving, its mouth looked bassy, but that first jump was so catfish coated. I should have just reeled it in anyway. I really am not in a position to be like doing that where I'm like, I don't think that looks like a bass, as if I have any idea what I'm talking about. That was stupid of me. As a bass non-knowing person, that there's no way that's large enough. It's just large enough. 15 inches. Let's go. My first catch. I think we found the spot. I think we found the spot. I did a bunch of work on Lakeside last night. I am now placing the fish in the lake. And it's fun. It's fun to do that and to see the whole map fill in. Too small. This guy is pretty big. I don't think I can make this happen. Imagine, though. I kind of just need him to randomly get over here, you know? If he wants to do it, he'll do it. Hook off. I was holding down the R button. What more do you want from me? What? That is such shit. I was holding it down that whole time. That is such BS. I don't know what they want from me. Like, catching these large fish is just like pure RNG. This fish is having a hard time. He's trying to clip on to land in order to evade me. The issue is that I needed to be probably pointing the rod in the right direction, and I just wasn't. But when the fish is under your boat, the right direction is changing so fast that you can't possibly keep up with it. Only 14. This is totally the spot, though. Check this out. I ought to write the GameFAQs guide on this. I really would like to write a GameFAQs guide someday. As a contribution to gaming, you know? It would have to have one of those copyright sections. You are not prohibited to repost this guide on any website other than GameFAQs.com. Also, if you find anything missing from this guide, please email me at xxtapiocaxx@hotmail.com. I think it would be nice to write, at some point I was considering going ham and writing a modern guide for Yakuza 1 PS2, because the only full game guide that exists is the Patrick's guide, which I've spent many years complaining about on this stream. No shade to the Patrick, he did an insane job with it, but it's just not good. Like it's just not good. There's a lot we know about the game these days that the Patrick did not know as far as like requirements for things, and also he wrote his guide before there was an official English version, so he translated the entire fucking game himself, and that means all of his names are wrong, and so you can't just Control F stuff in his guide because you'll never find it. Because all of his names are different for everything. So, the amount of work put into the guide is incredible, and there is good info in there, but it's not that good. Except someone actually went in like a year or two ago. And they wrote a sub-story guide for OG1 that just has the sub-stories and the chapter they appear in. It's still missing all of the info from, like, Xana's spreadsheet on sub-stories. Like, PS2 Yakuza has all kinds of mysterious things going on. In particular, in Yakuza 1, sub-stories will disappear off the map when it starts raining. So at different points within the plot of the game, it is raining outside, and when that happens, all of the sub-stories go inside and you can't do them. All of the people who would be standing around outside giving you side quests have to go inside to get away from the rain. And, like, the only place that's documented anywhere is the Xana spreadsheet. Cyrix's guides are good. Aside from the fishing section for Five's guide being copy-pasted rumors from the Japanese wiki, which were all wrong. Aside from that, which someday I will message him about, we'll get this rectified for future generations. It's very unimportant. Aside from that, I think Cyrix's guides are really, really good. But I don't know. I was considering writing an updated Y1 guide before. Like, if some dude does the, documenting the sub-stories is really 90% of the important part of a guide. Like, if you need a walkthrough to beat Yakuza 1, you're dumb. Sorry. I mean, sorry to anyone who I just offended who used a walkthrough. You're not dumb. But, like, broadly, you don't really need a walkthrough. The game tells you where to go 90% of the time. So that's not the important part of the guide. The important part is the sub-stories and documenting where they are and how you do them. And that stuff has been done recently, so I don't have to do it. Only 13. This spot sucks. Uh-oh, he's doing underboat strats. Oh, I'm screwed. I think that if I ever do write a GameFAQs guide, it will probably be for, like, a mysterious Xbox game or GameCube game that there's, like, no info online for, and then I step in to become the authority, The Hustle Detroit Streets would have been a good candidate. Thousand Land, honestly, maybe I should do that. I feel like the Madman Epic video is a pretty good, just like, here's how you play Thousand Land thing. Like, he shows his own setup in the video, which is sort of like if you just copy Madman Epic's setup from that video, then you win. But there is stuff that we had to dig through, like, a Japanese website for, right? To, like, figure out the names of the required progression people in each tier. As well as just a general explanation of strategy might be good. Shit, you guys are onto something. Also, that is a massive bass. Damn. Let's not have this guy get away from us. Look at that dude. Look at this dude. He's huge. It's a lot of work though. Like, it's a big project to take on. I'm not gonna. I am currently in the middle of several other gaming projects, so you know, it's one of those things. Not enough hours in the day, not enough energy in my brain to be able to take on that many projects at once. But if I'm ever really bored and I have nothing going on, perhaps. Also, yeah, there's weird unlock conditions for stuff in Thousand Land, right? Where there are like side quest people who beating them unlocks certain items. And the guide wouldn't be complete without that, so I'd basically have to go in and like 100% Thousand Land. It'd be kind of, I'd have to like systematically defeat everybody and document what happens in the shop after you beat everybody to see when things show up, to make sure I don't miss anything. It'd be a big pain in the ass. Yakuza 2 routing is not going good. I was talking to some people in the modding Discord today and last night, actually, and they were agreeing that the Coliseum requirements are probably hard-coded in, and if I want to get at that info, if I want to get at that info, I probably have to do some proper reversing, which is scary. Yeah, this is for beating all fighters. Certain fighters have certain unlock requirements, and that is documented online, but Dead Boy, nobody online, like everyone online seems to think that Dead Boy has no requirements, he's just kinda rare. But I have literally hundreds of Coliseum wins without Dead Boy showing up. So I strongly suspect that there is a requirement, and that requirement has just not been documented by anyone. And so I would like to see the inner workings of the game to confirm what the deal is there. Because I've routed like 95% of the game. I basically just have to figure out managing Host Club Marietta, and figure out Dead Boy, and then we're done. Hell yeah, that actually counted. Like, I'm very close to being ready to do the Yakuza 2 run. But if there's no, like, if there's nothing I can do to get Dead Boy, then, like, if Dead Boy really is just that rare that you can spend hours and hours grinding the Coliseum and never see him, even though he's available, then I don't think I want to do the run, because the run will just be 100% reliant on Dead Boy RNG, and that's stupid. I have fought everyone else in the whole Coliseum except for Komaki and Akira Yamaoka. Komaki requires you to fight everyone else other than Akira Yamaoka, so I need to kill Dead Boy, and then Komaki will start spawning in. Akira Yamaoka requires you to defeat Komaki, and then also requires you to have unlocked 95 out of the 96 heat actions. I don't think you have to defeat Akira Yamaoka, though. It's a little unclear based on the way people talk about him, but I think that for all sub-stories, you do not have to defeat a Kiriyama-oka. I really hope that's the case because there's things I would have to do that I don't want to do if that's the case. You don't have to actually perform all 95 heat actions. You just have to unlock the ability to do them. And we are already unlocking some heat actions in some weird situations. Like there are heat actions where you have to get to a certain level and then see a certain thing somewhere else in the game, and then go to the acupuncturist, and then you unlock the heat action, and it's like a big pain in the ass that I had to route around, because like there's a massive XP crunch in the route. I'm hoping that in a real run, if I just spend the whole run spamming weapon heat actions, will eventually, like, we won't have an XP issue, but as it stands, I think we're going to run into a massive XP issue in the run, where the solution to that is literally just, like, make a shitload of extra cash and then spend it all drinking at the bar, because every time you drink something at the bar, you get XP. In particular, the most expensive drink in the game gives you 1,000 XP for drinking it. And so I'm just going to drink it over and over again. And I'm going to spend millions of yen downing whiskey in the bar, and that's how we're going to make up for the XP windfall. But it's just fucked. Like, the run is already fucked enough. I really hope I don't also have to do a Kiriyama-oka, and I hope that there's some kind of trick to making Dead Boy show up that I'm just not. But, like, at this point, I've pretty much done everything else in the game on my file. So if there's some kind of trick to Dead Boy, I don't know what it could be that I haven't already done. That's another concern. Like, I've pretty much done every single sub-story. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask Panda, honestly, because I know she did it on stream. The thing is, a lot of people online, like, I think if I ask Panda, well, I mean, maybe she just knows. But I feel like it's more likely that she's just going to be like, yeah, I don't know, he showed up for me. Because that's what everyone online is saying. Everyone online is just like, keep trying, he showed up for me. And it's just like, well, fuck you. No, he doesn't. Like, I have so many goddamn wins. Where is he then? You know? I don't know. But I probably should ask Panda. Oh, I can ask her as well if a Kiriyama-oka is required. Because she'll know that. The way the guides are written, like a lot of guides say, there are 4 sub-stories that are kind of weird and require Colosseum completion, right? It's the 4 Komaki training sub-stories. But it's unclear if they mean complete the Colosseum, or if they mean defeat Komaki in the Colosseum. Because defeat means a Kiriyama-oka. But it would make more sense if it was just Komaki, and I think some people online even say it's just Komaki. Like, there's a bit of mixed messaging online about it. So, I don't know. I don't know, but Panda would know, because she did it. But yeah, it's just, the whole thing is just like... I don't know, the whole thing's just a mess. I would really like to do the Yakuza 2 All Sub-Stories run. The route is such a mess, though, where, like, the route is full of things that feel really, really incorrect. As far as just, like, the number of trips I have to take back and forth between Kamurocho and Sotenbori in the finale is so fucked, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, hear me out on this one. There's a sub-story that doesn't activate until chapter 16, so in the finale, where there's a guy standing around in Sotenbori who you have to talk to. Then he makes you go fight stuff in the Colosseum, and then you have to go back to Sotenbori to talk to him after beating him in the Colosseum. So that's already 2 trips to Sotenbori, but you also can't take these trips with Haruka. He will not talk to you if you have Haruka with you. Some sub-stories actually do work if you have a follower, but that is not one of them. So we have to go to Sotenbori twice in the finale with no follower, which is a problem because we also have to go to Sotenbori with Haruka in order to do Granny White's request number 3. So that's like 3 scheduled trips to Sotenbori just to talk to one guy and then leave. It just like, it feels so bad. It feels so bad, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's just all these like really inefficient things just like designed into the game like that. Watch this be like the world's largest crappie after all of this. It's an Amber Catfish. Fuck you, Amber Catfish. Yeah, later games really wouldn't design the sub-stories the way... I mean, I am intimately familiar with how Yakuza 5 designs their sub-stories, and there is nothing anywhere close to as stupid in them as the kind of stuff they regularly throw at you in 2. There are sub-stories that take up the same general areas on the map, which means that if one of them spawns in, it actually blocks the other one, even though technically they're not blocking each other, which is interesting. The main example of that is the Enka Life. There's a sub-story where you meet an Enka singer in Shellac in the Champion District, but if you don't do him right when he spawns in, then the fake Kiryu spawns in the Champion District, and the fake Kiryu then replaces Enka Life until you finish the fake Kiryu, even though the fake Kiryu has a step outside the Champion District as well. You have to go do all of that shit in order to get the Enka Life to spawn in. So you end up doing things just like really in a weird order, where like it would be better if you could do Enka Life, but you can't because of fake Kiryu deleting it from existence, and so you have to like do fake Kiryu first, even though that's clearly wrong. It just, the whole thing was like, it turns out that Sega was not too concerned about the efficiency of the player 100%ing their game. It turns out they didn't have speedrunners in mind. The whole thing is just like one bad thing I have to do after another, though. It's really nasty. Because of the way it all works, I do have to take multiple trips into the Colosseum as well, which doesn't make me happy. Because of XP. There is a certain enemy in the excuse me. There's a certain enemy in the Colosseum who will not spawn in until you've unlocked Tiger Drop, and Tiger Drop requires tech level 9, but essentially we have to hit max level for other stuff as well, and tech level 9 just ends up like not happening. So basically we have to go into the Colosseum. Do everything except that guy to get XP out of the Colosseum fights, to get to tech level 9, to then go all the fucking way to Shinseicho to unlock Tiger Drop from the acupuncturist, so that we can then come all the way back to the Colosseum. So that it's just like, insanity. So that we can do that one stupid asshole. This is my final lizard. What's my live well looking like? I think I have 3 fish right now. We've got only 3 fish. Yeah, if I can catch one more fish, I think we're good. I think we're good if I get one more fish. Man, there is like a monsoon outside right now. I did not know it was gonna rain today. Turns out it's monsoon season in New Jersey. Is that the hurricane passing by? I know that a hurricane, there's like a pretty big hurricane that hit Jamaica, right? I don't know if that was already going to be up this way. I don't know the timeline for these things. Nope, too small. The rain system is related, but it is not that storm. Okay, thank you. Thank you, fellow meteorologist. You know who I haven't seen post in a while? There was a dude in, oh, the lights just flickered. Uh-oh. There was a dude in Pi's Discord. He's still active, but he like has a degree in meteorology. And he used to like regularly post like storm warnings for various parts of the country, just like in Pi's general channel. It's just like interesting. It's just an interesting internet character. Does he still post storm stuff? Okay, I wasn't sure. But he'll like post he gets like the radar stuff and he'll be like, look out if you're in Nebraska, there's a storm that's gonna hit the western part of Nebraska tonight. Stay safe out there, gamers. There's a Pokemon speedrunner who's an actual TV station meteorologist? Really? Interesting. People with interesting jobs who also play video games. I don't know why that doesn't surprise me or anything. It's just kind of like, huh, that's an interesting job to have. I'm pressing nothing. Okay. Thank you for finally breaking the tension. I wonder if there's a better rod that can reel in fish better. I just feel like with big fish, like I don't actually stand a chance of this idiot ever getting close enough to the boat for me to catch him. Like he's just stronger than me, you know? And there goes my final lizard. That sucks. You know, I am going to... Oh, you can't pause this game, can you? You can't pause this game. I really have to go to the bathroom, but you can't fucking pause. The timer keeps going. I have to catch this last fish. But yeah, I can't reel big fish. That's correct. I think that it might be, like, maybe it's like a rod issue. I think that after this day, I'm gonna have to go see if I can get, like, a rod that sucks less. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch anything with this guy, because he, like, floats along the surface. The lizard just instantly sinks to the bottom. Oh, is a reel... Oh, reel is a separate item that I can buy. Okay, yeah, we're totally gonna investigate that. We're totally gonna have to investigate that. You like a straight worm? Maybe they like straight worm. Running out of time as well. Actually, I'm pretty much out of time. I think I have to go weigh in with my 7 pounds and just pray that it's enough for top 50, because it's gonna take me a while to get back to the pier from here. And there is penalty for showing up late. I think I'm gonna give it till 12:20, and then we're going. I think I'm actually just pretty much out of time. And they don't like straight worm, clearly. Yeah, fuck it. We're just going. We're just going. This is just gonna have to be good enough. It's sketchy. It's really Oh, wait, the pier's right here. I didn't realize I was this close to the pier. Well, we're just gonna send it. We're just gonna send it. If I lose, I lose. Actually, it doesn't even matter if I lose, because I have to be top 50 at the end of day 5. And I got 44th, so we're fine. I could have quit like 25 minutes ago, IRL, and we would have been fine. There you go. Save. That's day 2. That's day 2. That was really annoying. That was really annoying. Sure. Well, I'm gonna swap over to Pirates: The Legend of Black Cat. We'll return to fishing tomorrow. Get another 2 or 3 days done. Hopefully 3 days tomorrow, so we can defeat the Pro Fishing Challenge and get into the Master Fishing Challenge.